the road and we big and bold. You opened up your mouth, now you're knocked out cold. We coming to get ya, I bet ya, you won't win. Left hook, right hook, again and again. We got that high-powered offense with that lethal punch. We're the bullies of the block and we'll take your lunch. So to all of my who-that across the land, and to all other teams that don't understand, we coming to get ya, I go, the Super Bowl. We gonna beat the Lombardi, black everybody, let's go. Saints fans and let's hear for the black and gold, now let's go. It's rainbow and any competition, yeah, we coming to get ya, let's go. Saints fans and let's hear for the black and gold, now let's go. It's rainbow and you better run it high, cause we coming to get ya. Saints plus soul equals Super Bowl. Man, I love that song. What's up, Saints Nation, and welcome to another edition of Tell It Like It Is Sports Talk Podcast, where we don't sugarcoat shiznit, just real talk from real people. I'm your host, Soul Saint, and as always, Saints plus soul equals Super Bowl, along with my co-host, all the way up in the Dirty Bird country, Atlanta, Georgia, David King, the sports guru.
What's happening, everybody? How y'all are today?
And down there in Lafayette, Louisiana, my homie, well, he's not in Lafayette right now. He's way up in Cleveland. But my homie, Michael, No Filter Tannehill Jr. What's happening, bro? Tonight, we back on track, man. We back on track with another special guest, Saints Hall of Famer and Super Bowl champion, the original number 41, Roman Harper. Welcome, man.
Mr. Harper, what's going on?
Hey, appreciate it, man. I'm doing well. I'm doing a lot better after I just seen that video. So I didn't even know you could rap like that, bro.
Yeah,
Somebody
bro.
wrote that down for you. Don't lie.
No, I got to send you some of I got about 5 videos, bro. Where
Okay.
I've been rapping all my life.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm glad. Did you like it?
I did like it. I'd never heard it. I definitely liked it. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next year because, you know, the whole Drew Brees is gone. What's this team going to be like next year? I know you're going to play that same song, but.
Oh, yeah. They're going to play it in the dome for me.
Yeah.
They're going to play it in the dome for me. Look, but first, before we get started talking, for all those young Saints fans that don't know this guy, Roman Harper, man, hey, roll them highlights, man. Let's see what this dude, what he did.
All right.
I can only be me, I don't fit in.
And we do not own the rights to this music, Facebook.
Flag off, flag greatness, that's the moment. Not stay real, not stay true. You know. You know.
Get him.
I can only be me.
Get him.
I can only be me. I can only be me. You know.
Get him.
You know. I can only be me. 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 You be in jeopardy, trying to fit me in a category. Yeah. I mean, I hate bosses, that's a common fact if you know me. Browse through my life, like a safari, looking for old news. The history's deleted like I'm looking at things I ain't supposed to. The old me is gone, I buried it next to the beach that I murdered. You want the same thing, yes, I would urge it. I don't concur with ideas.
I remember that game.
I remember that too. Like saying.
I remember that. They say we will feel now they eating the words like it's out of the soup now. Enjoy. I can only be me, I don't fit in. That's Steph Curry from 3-point for the win. Flag up, flag greatness, that's the moment. Not stay real, not stay true. You know.
Got him.
You know. I can only be me. 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 You know. You know. I can only be me. I can only be me. I can only be me. I I can only be me. I want you to win. I want you to win. I want you to raise the trophy. Yeah. I wanna lock arms with all my dogs. I wanna see no one below me. I wanna see the pressure.
And you was supposed to score right there, Ron.
Yeah, he was.
Man, I tripped up on my own cleats, dog.
Remember who hung every star in the sky like the time got it, don't you realize? Even when they try to shoot you down the comments. Honestly, time to be you now. And if you live in who you meant to be, that's a taste for success now. Enjoy. I can walk with me, I don't fit in. I don't fit in. That's it. 3 for the win. Swish.
He got this one though.
Yep.
It didn't even count.
I know be me. I know be me. I know be me. I know be me. You know. You know.
Tip drill.
I know be me. I know be me. I know be me. I know be me. This is when you
Trying a little speed there.
it's really quite rare. I got I'd rather talk about Christ's blood. Still here when the hype is done. And if I ever cross over, no, I'm trying to revolutionize.
Got it. Remember that one too?
Things about me, bitch. Been an outcast with 3,000 problems, but I'm big boy in these bitch. They wanna try to
You let that quarterback catch you, Ron?
believe it.
I ran out of bounds. He never touched me, dog.
You got a purpose. Hold it tighter than a python.
I was tired though.
I know you was, man.
Never despise. That's my story. You can only be you. You can only be me.
Come here. Come here.
All right. That's some nice highlights, man.
I want to ask you, do you miss it, Ron?
No.
You say no.
You serious?
Not at all. I'm very happy with where I'm at. When I walked away, there was nothing. What else was I going to be out there for at that point? I was 33, 34. Been playing football since I was like 8. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a long time. So at that point, I mean, I already won the Super Bowl. I lost the Super Bowl. I decided to come back, went back to New Orleans, which is something I didn't want to do, but ended up happening, just kind of worked out things the way it did and got to finish on the right foot. Got to finish going back home, but not everybody gets to tell that story.
You say you didn't want to come back. How come?
Very, very true. So when I left after 2013, I didn't leave on a good place with the Saints organization. I didn't leave I don't feel like I left on a good place with the fans. It just was what it was. So I went to Carolina. We went to the Super Bowl. We had a lot of success. And then we lost the Super Bowl, but I told my agent, I was like, I just didn't know if that was going to be my last. I didn't feel like God told me that was going to be the last experience of football. I didn't want that Super Bowl loss being the last feeling of football that I had. And so I was like, you know what? I think I may try and play again. I said, but I'll probably try and go anywhere but New Orleans and Atlanta. I didn't want to go to Atlanta. I just don't like them. And I didn't want to go back to New Orleans just because I just felt at that time it was just, I didn't want to go back. Me and Sean were not on the same page. Me and Mickey, the whole nine, it just wasn't. I wasn't in a good place spiritually when it came to New Orleans.
Had a bad blood.
I did. Just the way I got let go and how I felt. You know, you're with the team for 8 years, man. And after coming out of college, you think you're gonna. Once you get to 7, 8, you think you're gonna retire with this team, and then out of nowhere they tell you, well, your service is no longer needed. You know, playing hurt. You know, giving everything you have. My family, everybody's down there in New Orleans, traveling to games, and all of a sudden. And just one whim, all of a sudden, you know, you're no longer there or your services are no longer needed when I knew how much I meant to that team, that organization.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you, you know, being honest like that. You know, I see how you feel. And I see how, you know, I see a lot of players, you know, get cut loose because it's a business, you know. And I mean, to really see how a player feel, because I know how I feel. I probably feel like you.
Yeah, well, the thing is like, all right, well, I understand, you know, I think they just drafted Kenny Vaccaro the year before, which Kenny had you know, came in as a rookie, did really well. But you got to also understand the dynamic of a locker room. How often me and Malcolm Jenkins were helping Kenny get lined up to allow him to play the way that he did. And all the other nuances. Not only that, but I'd hurt my knee, so I missed 8 games that year as well. And when I came back, I wasn't playing as much as I had. And then I'd had some words with Sean in a meeting just about some other things about playing and some other stuff. And he was like, well, your numbers aren't this. I'm like, well, I'm not playing as much. So, you know, my numbers are not where they're going to be normally. And not only that, but I missed 8 games. So what, you know, and it was just a lot of back and forth communication that wasn't good. It kind of blindsided me the way that they were trying to do me. And at that point, I was already like, I'm ready to go. I was ready to just be done. And then lo and behold, Kenny Vaccaro, you know, however it happened, he broke his ankle or his leg or something. Then I'm right back starting, like right after I got back hurt. And I finished the season strong enough to where Carolina came knocking as soon as free agent started. And it was just a perfect fit for me. It was a different feel. I knew the division very well, so it was an easy transition. And after that, I was like, I just got something to prove. So it was a really, really hard reset button, but it was probably the best thing that ever happened for me in my personal life and in my career.
So when you played the Saints, did you have a little chip on your shoulder?
I did. The very first time we did. We played them on a Thursday night in Carolina. I wanted that game so bad. And my team stunk. It was just what it was. When New Orleans beat us, and it wasn't like New Orleans was great that year. They were terrible too. So but they were better than us that night. Yeah, they were better than us that night, and that's what it was important. I wanted that game, but I'll never forget. My oldest brother Brian talked to me after the game. He's like, "Dude, like this game ain't worth nothing." He was like, "The one that you really want to win is at the end of the year in New Orleans. You want to win in their home dome where you were there all these years in front of that crowd. That's where you want to play your best game at." So I didn't think about it, but he was right. And later on that year, we pretty much stomped out New Orleans. I think it was the worst loss in Sean Payton's tenure at home at the time. So
was that the game where y'all had the I forgot the white guy's quarterback? He was like a third string quarterback.
Derek Anderson. No. That was in 2014. So Cam Newton was the quarterback.
Okay.
At that game, we won 41-10. Actually.
Yeah. I remember that.
I had a good game too, so it felt good.
And the worst part of that, revenge is served cold.
Man, I think the funniest part though, because my own team in Carolina kind of was like, Roman, like, come on, bro. So what happened was Drew threw a ball to Marcus Colston. They knew we play a lot of quarters. I know that offense. I know where they're going to try and attack. I know where Drew's going to throw the ball. He wants to look here, but really throw to Colston right down the pipe. So I'm waiting on it. So he throws it, and man, I just launch off into Colston, like right in his back. I thought he caught the ball because, you know, Colston never drops anything. And I never actually hit Colston before through all the years of practice and all that stuff. And I laid into him, dude, and he dropped the ball. I was like, oh, my gosh. So first of all, I was shocked that he dropped the ball after I hit him. And then second of all, he didn't get up. I was like, oh, shoot. So my other safety that was playing beside me, Trey Boston, comes over, cussing, talking all this trash about him dropping the ball. Oh, you this, blah, 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 da, da, da. And then Drew Brees is coming up to try and check on Colston too. I go down to a knee. I'm like, Colston, are you all right, bro? Like, man, get up. Like, you can't be laying out here hurt, man. I didn't mean to hit you like that, man. You okay? And he wasn't really talking because I hit him in his back. And then Trey was over there talking trash to Drew Brees, and I was like, Trey, shut up. You don't talk to them like that. So I'm taking up for the Saints players because those like my guys. And when my coaches saw me on film, they were like, Roman, you can't go and like check on the other player after you hit them. Like, that's just
wow.
Like, man,
we all brothers, man. We all brothers.
Yeah, man, that's my dude. So it is what it is.
Look, hey, Rome, tell us right quick, man, where it all started. You know, where you're from, high school, what other positions you played leading up to college. You know, and I just want to say one thing before you start. I'm gonna put my boy on the spot. That's my co-host. He
I've been waiting for this.
He doesn't like Alabama at all, Crimson Tide, and he feels all their players are overrated. So I just want you to know that. If you want to say something to him, after you finish, telling us about, where it all started.
Is this David or Michael?
That's David.
I knew it was gonna be a setup. Go ahead on, man. I know it's gonna be a setup. Go ahead on.
I mean, ain't no setup. It's clear that you don't like greatness. That's number one. You don't like greatness. But no, so I started out. I'm from a town called place called Prattville, Alabama. It's not that big. One high school. We got a lot more like private schools there now. It's grown a lot since I have left school many years ago. 20 years ago now? Wow. Graduated in 2001. But man, I always grew up playing football. I was the youngest of 3 boys, and then I got a younger sister. So for me, I was always just in the yard with my brothers, and I was always known as I was very small. I was kind of fast, but I was always just trying to keep up. And so I played Pop Warner. I loved it. I was really good my first year. We won a couple championships in Pop Warner. Then I got to junior high and like reality kicked in. And I sat the bench like I'd never played. It was very humbling, to say the least. When you have a lot of success in Pop Warner, you think that's just going to carry over. And you get to junior high and kids are bigger. And now I'm just sitting the bench, or I play like wide receiver and we don't run the ball and we don't throw the ball. So it was more just a extended blocking person. So that was a little bit humbling. Then I get to high school. Same thing. I finally got a growth spurt though, like 10th, 11th grade. Then I started playing a little bit more. I was playing cornerback. I played corner my whole life up until I got to like my junior, senior year, because, they put me at safety. So you can make more plays at safety. You can dictate more. You can stop more of the run game. You can not just be locked down on one side. So I moved to safety my junior year, and I had a pretty good, okay year, but my brother was the mainstay. He was the big time star of the team, I would say. He's the one that got recruited. He ended up going to Troy State University at the time, where he ended up tag teaming with some other really good defensive guys. And he had an okay college career. So going into my senior year, my coach, Bill Clark, who's actually the head coach at UAB now, was my head coach. And he asked me and approached me to go play quarterback because, he's like, Roman, if you play wide receiver, I can't promise you we got somebody that can throw you the ball. So we're just going to snap it to you. And then you run the option and you just kind of be the, be the guy for us. And I was like, I'll try it, whatever. So I played quarterback and I played safety my senior year. And it was pretty good. I was, after my first game at quarterback, I was nervous, but because I'd never played it before. But, I went to a couple camps that off season and some teams had my number and stuff. But after the very first game, my senior year, I think I threw for 2 touchdowns and I ran for another one. And I had a couple defensive plays that were pretty good. And then Alabama offered me like the very next day. So, and then after that, Auburn offered me like 4 days later. And then some other offers started rolling in. So from there, it just kind of kicked off. And my senior year was going well. We only had 1 loss all year. That was to the number 2 or 3 teams in the state. We were a top 5 team as well. And I broke my leg the last regular season game going into the playoffs. So we ended up losing first round of playoffs because I broke my leg. We had no quarterback. And it really wasn't even the quarterback. It was the defense. Our defense was terrible that night. So that happened. I go to Alabama. I chose Alabama over Auburn. And I tell everybody this. It was for 3 reasons. Number 1, at the time, Alabama was Nike. And Auburn was Russell Athletic. And I had Russell Athletic in high school. So I was like, bro, I'm beyond that. I'm over that. I'm beyond that.
Wow.
All right. Number 2 was Alabama's colors looked similar to what I had in high school. So I know I looked good in it. And Auburn was the blue and orange. I just didn't know how I would look in it versus like Alabama's. And then the DB coach at Alabama, I liked him more than the DB coach at Auburn. So that's what got me there. And then at Alabama, got there. Once again, I was a very small guy. I couldn't even bench 225. Worked out, redshirted, and then eventually started making some plays, man. Started my sophomore year and then started the rest of my career. 3 years there. Had a really good senior year and got drafted by the Saints in the 2nd round, dude, which that's a crazy story as well.
What happened?
Well, it's now that I'm further past my career, Sean and those guys share things with me that they didn't know. Like, oh, well, we traded back in the 2nd round. We picked up Roman Harper. We got, they also got Hollis Thomas with a trade from the Eagles. And they were like, we drafted you, Roman, because you were safe. I'm like, safe? Like, that's the worst shit ever to tell a guy. Like, safe. I don't want to be safe. I want to be like, man, you was this, you were that. And they were like, nah, you were safe. And it's amazing what they take into credit for draft status. All right. 2-parent home. My father's a coach, was there. He didn't have any red flags off the field. Was at a good school, a big school like Alabama, played in the SEC, like things like that. They're like, oh yeah, you were safe. We felt like you were safe. We needed to bring in some more good guys to our team. And you were one of those guys. I'm like, man, wow. I mean, it's a compliment, but at the same time, I thought he was going to say, oh, well, we loved love something. He was like, nah, you were safe. So, and a lot of people felt that they reached. They felt that the Saints could have got me in the 3rd round. So I'm glad because I might not have been.
What'd you say, Mike?
Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper said that. We could have got him in the 3rd round.
Hey man,
he got value. I want him in the 2nd.
I don't like Mel Kiper to this day because you never forget those words on your draft. Yeah. You never forget those words and where you're at or who said what about you. You never forget it. I got a newspaper cutting out of my upstairs in my man room that talks about that.
Wow.
Well, I remember it wrong.
Thank you, Mike.
That is kind of messed up for him, for your head coach to say that you're safe.
I know.
How do you? If I was in your shoes, I would not know how to take that. I would probably have to pause for a couple of minutes and just look him in the eye and say, "What exactly do you mean by that, sir?"
So I did that, and this was like later on in my career when Sean tells me all these things, but I did. I was like, well, what does all that mean? And that's when he told me. He was like, you had no red flags off the field. Everybody said how hard you play. You come from a 2-parent home, good background. Your father was a coach, a football coach. Everybody said that you love football. They said you like to party a lot, but that you love football more. So we felt that you were safe. Like, you weren't like a problem child. You didn't have any like issues or you weren't injured or any of those things. You're like, we just felt you were safe.
Wow. So they didn't tell you this when you were drafted. So what did they tell you when you got the phone call on draft day? They just said,
so I'm sitting at my parents' house. So I'll tell you this. So I literally didn't party or hang out or nothing for 3 months because I was training for the combine. Well, for the draft and the combine and for my pro day. And I didn't want to mess it up. I didn't want to chance anything. And I promised myself I would do everything in my power to put my best foot forward so I could have the best opportunity to get drafted as high as I can, right? And then whatever happens after that. But I got to do what's best for myself and stay out of trouble. Don't get into anything because I've heard of way too many stories of guys getting in trouble right before they get drafted. So I'm sitting with my parents. So the draft is the next day. The night before, I go ham in Tuscaloosa. I party like there's no tomorrow. I think I woke up. So then I wake up that Saturday morning because that's when the draft was, Saturday and Sunday. I woke up that Saturday morning at the beginning of the 1st round. Like I just woke up.
Wow.
But I knew I wasn't going 1st round. So I really wasn't caring. I was like, I can maybe go 2nd to 5th. That's anywhere what my agent told me. So I'm like, all right, I just woke up 1st round. I need to get home, which is like an hour and 30 minute drive. So I shower, I get home. So by the time I get home, the 2nd round is just now starting. So I'm sitting in my parents' house on my T-Mobile sidekick for all y'all that remember those. Have my sidekick going, talking to my boy. And then my mom said she got a phone call at the house. And she was like, Roman, it's for you. I'm like, well, who would call me at the house? She was like, I don't know, but they sound kind of important. So I get the phone, and it was Mickey Loomis and Sean Payton. And they said that they were going to draft me. And that was I excited. I don't even remember having a meeting with the Saints. Like they never came and worked me out. I never remember talking to any of them. But they said they talked to me at the combine, and they liked my tape. And they said that they were going to draft me. And I talked to the D coordinator at the time, which is Coach Gary Gibbs. Talked to him for a second. Then I got off the phone. And my parents were like, who was it? And I said, nobody. It was like just some people calling me about some stuff. And that's just because I had heard stories about people saying they're going to draft you and then they don't draft you. So I didn't want that to happen to me. So I just kind of played it cool. I was like, okay, cool. And I just hang up the phone and I just sat there. And then 2 minutes later, my name scrolled across the bottom of the TV. And then it seemed like everybody in Prattville came by my house. It was like on after that. So then ended up hanging out that night with the local club, and then got to go to the rookie camp a week later. It was cool, man. It was great. Some of those things you never forget where you were at the time, because I wasn't having a party or anything like a draft party because I didn't know when I was going to go or anything. So I was just kind of keep it low key with my family, and then ended up getting my name called, and seemed like everybody in my hometown came over.
Wow.
Nice. I support. That's nice.
Look,
That was cool.
we gotta ask you about the gray hair, man. When did it start? And were you just wise beyond your years, and you just got the gray early because you was just wise? I mean, when did it start? And were you proud of it? Were you kind of upset about it, like when it first started coming as a young guy?
I got my first gray hair the summer going into 8th grade. My barber told me, right? My barber's like, dude, you got a gray hair up here. And I was like, well, are you going to like pull it? He's like, I said, or are you going to like cut it? He's like, well, I think if you pull it, like 2 more come back. I was like, well, just leave it up there. It's all good. Like, anybody going to And then it's just been coming in ever since. And so in high school, I had gray hair then too, but it was just a little bit though. It was way more black than gray. And now, so then when I got to college, the same way, I still have more black than gray. And then as I continued to get older in the 20s and stuff, it just continued to cut more and more. And I was never going to be that guy. Like I could never dye it because I didn't dye it when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I was never going to be that. All of a sudden now I made it to the league, and now I come back with all black hair back to my home. And everybody like, oh, you done changed. Like, oh, you brand new. You got all black hair now. So yeah, from there, I just kind of kept it. And now it's almost like my trademark.
Did you ever go to the doctor, ask him why you got gray hair so early, and does it run in the family? Anybody else got that?
So yeah, so all my brothers and siblings got gray hair now, but like we're all older. But I was definitely the only one with it at an early age. My uncle my mom said my uncle that I was named after, my middle name, my Uncle Clifton. He had like a gray patch when he was a baby, but I mean, that still does not explain for me to have gray hair. I don't know, man. It's through my mom's side or my dad. My dad has all gray hair, but he's old now, so he should have gray hair. My mom, she ain't gonna like this, but she got all gray too, but she just dyes it. So it's in there and I got it. So I mean, it's just part of my look now. It doesn't bother me at all. I'll never change it. And at some point I can't wait till it goes all silver. So then I can have like all white with like waves. That'd be fire.
I know that's right. You'll never wear a hat when that happens, huh?
No, never.
Yeah. Wear your crown, man. Wear your crown.
Hey, I gotta ask you, do you still follow the Saints?
I still follow them. Of course. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how do you feel about Drew's retirement and the Saints being in the hands of Winston and Taysom now?
I'm really so first of all, hats off to Drew, his great, amazing career, everything he did for that city, for the team. Just tremendous person and career.
Wow.
But I am excited for the new chapter. I really am. At some point, I was ready for it a year or so ago for Drew to be retired, just because I felt the team had started getting to this place where if you continue to do the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result, that's the definition of insanity. And that's what I felt like the Saints were doing. Like literally, I'm like, dude, we just keep running this thing back. I didn't care about them in the regular season anymore. I didn't care about anything. I'm like, if you guys don't win a Super Bowl, I don't really care. I don't care. They win all these games every year in the regular season, and then they don't win it when it comes in the playoffs. And at my point, and I'm just like, as a fan, I love the Saints, but them winning 6, 7, 8 home games is not surprising to me anymore.
Exactly.
Have to win in the playoffs. So against the best teams, and they were not able to do that. It stinks. And
Jordan.
I'm really excited to see Jameis play quarterback under Sean Payton and what he does with Taysom and all these other things. So I think this is going to be one of the best jobs we're going to have to see out of Sean Payton. But I trust Sean anytime when it comes to offense. I think he's going to be very creative. Yeah. I think this team's going to be more of a downfield throwing attack. I think it's going to be able to do a lot of different things that we might have been able to see in the last couple of years. The biggest thing is making sure Jameis throws it to the Saints players and not the other team.
Oh, wow, that's cool. That's cool, man. We've been fighting the fans.
I love the honesty, though.
There's a lot of Jameis haters, and that's all they keep bringing up. He threw 30 picks, but he threw 33 touchdowns, threw for 5,000 yards. So he did something right, you know.
Yes, he did.
You know what I'm saying? So
he's got a very short memory, man. And Jameis can heat up. He just has and I think Jameis has struggled with some decision making on and off the field as a young man. He's a very young man that has never had a chance to actually sit down and learn. He's always just played. And so do you really learn? Sometimes you learn more by sitting back and just watching. Be like, man, you know what? Maybe I could probably implement some of those things. And you start to see it instead of just being out there and playing all the time. And now you're only in the game. So now when I'm getting coached up, sometimes it's a little more personal instead of when I'm just listening to a coach talk and now I'm just taking it in the notes and it's not actually personally attacking on me or feel like I need to be corrected because I'm not playing. We're actually coaching the whole room up. So, and I think being around Drew can only help you out. Understanding the system for an extra year will only help you out. And I think Sean Payton will cater to the quarterbacks as he has, and he will build a game plan around them. We've seen him do it with previous quarterbacks when Drew's been hurt. We saw a great opportunity for Teddy Bridgewater to really come back and rebound his career, what he was able to do. So the proof is out there. I just want to see more of it, but I'm really excited for the opportunity of this New Orleans Saints team going forward. Not only that, but what they bring back defensively. How is DA and those guys going to continue to keep it going?
Yeah. You know, Cam Jordan said the same thing that we say. You know, he's tired of being kings of the South, winning the South. We want to win the Super Bowl, man. You know, instead of getting the little accolades, winning the division, you know, stuff like that, winning 12 games, 11 games, you know, like you said, you know, we'll give up kings of the South and just give us the big one, you know?
Yeah.
And we feel the same way. It's crazy.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Did you ever patch it up with the front office and stuff when they brought you back? Did they ever patch things up?
1,000%. That was
you and them now.
So 1,000%. I love those guys now. We're like family, and it's just crazy. The reasoning why. So Will Smith passed away, so we were all in town for Will's funeral and stuff, and me and Sean were sitting down there talking. He was like, man. He was talking about some ball, and you know, and I told him, I was like, oh, I'm not going back to Carolina next year. I'm gonna be a free agent. He's like, what? He's like, you're not going back? I'm like, no. He's like, okay, I'm gonna do something about that. The next thing you know, as my wife said, you know, he started calling me. I didn't even need an agent. Like me and Sean were working a deal out by ourselves. It's like, hey, look, this is what I want. I want to bring you back, blah, blah. And my wife is like, look, you were just really mad at him 2 years ago. Now you like, you know, he like the old boyfriend. The moment he called, you picking up the phone and stuff, giggling and laughing together over there. She's like, slow it down. I was like, I know, I get it, but you know, it is what it is. So, he's like, look, this is what I want to do. So he brought me back where I came on a visit. He said, I want to know two things from you, Roman. Number one, I want to know what you want to do after football. He's like, do you want to coach? Do you want to be in the front office?
Wow.
What is your goal?
Wow.
And then he said, then I want to present to you like what I could see for you, like helping our team out, helping us out here and doing some things. So I told him that I did not want to coach just because I like spending time with my family. I want to do some more of those things and continue to express myself that way. And but I would, if I was to do anything, I sat in front of Mickey Loomis and said that too. I was like, Mickey, if I'm going to do anything in football, I want your job. And I told him like that. And Sean was like, I knew it. I knew he wanted to work upstairs. He's like, I can see you big. So, but I ended up doing TV instead. So that's what I'm doing now. But completely, we're all great. They asked me to do things all the time. Last year being a different example, just because of COVID, nobody could come around. But I love those guys. They still got a little picture or something of me hanging up in the locker room, man, over in the DB corner, man. So I'm highly, highly thankful for everything this organization has done for me, how welcoming and accepting they are, how they continue to have an open door policy for me. Even when I was in Carolina, I still was able to come in the building and come say hi when the off season, when I'm in New Orleans, and they always had an open door policy for me or my family or anything else like that. They treat my family like their own. And I'm just very, very thankful for that.
Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Man, look, I wanted to ask you, look, before we let you go and everything, I wanted to ask you, man, you know, the last time I saw you, we was on the cruise. It's another brother that was on the cruise with us. You know, we had a ball on that cruise, man.
You did?
I wanted to know when you're coming back because we sailing again in 2022.
Well, I probably will try and come back in 2022. I enjoy cruise ships. My wife hates them, so that gives me a reason to get I'm usually there, man, and I like hanging out with the guys too, man. Anytime I can get a chance to go and hang out with some of my Saints buddies, man, and especially the fans. You guys are awesome. It's just funny though, so because like when I actually see you without the fro, you know what I mean? It's like I just like barely even recognize people, and it's only in New Orleans where everybody dresses up like that. In Carolina, they got a small little superhero type deal that they do, but it's nothing like New Orleans. It's nothing like it. The fans, the camaraderie, it really reminds you of a college atmosphere consistently all year long.
Right. Thank you, man. That's what we do, man. And we got a couple of new super fans coming this year. We got one on here. Coming. You know, he's not gonna tell nobody about his costume. He coming. That one behind the steering wheel right there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, Roman, here, come say hi. My daughter, Ashley, say you came to her school. You remember Bell Chase?
Yeah, I came to Bell Chase High School before. I've been out there.
Yeah, she remembers. He came out of school.
I was a substitute teacher for a day. It was funny. It was so funny, though. I showed up. I think I forgot what the first class was, like math or something. And they were like, are you giving out iPads or something? Like, what you doing? Like, we got iPad on our desk. I'm like, no, I'm your teacher. They're like, man, you ain't our teacher. I'm like, who I am, bro. I'm just here.
She remember that, man. See, that's stuff people remember all their life, you know.
Man,
that's how much of an impact
I appreciate that. I bought pizza for the whole school too, so it was good.
Oh, that's good.
She said she ain't getting that.
Oh, that's her fault.
She said,
you gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, look, man. Hey, we would love to have you back closer to the season. Like my boy, you know, we had Lance on, we had Tyrone Hughes, we had the Bill Man, we had Ricky Jackson, Lance Moore.
Oh, that's a good
Courtney Roby.
Good company.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look, man, I would love to come back. You guys invite me on. I'll come on anytime. I can't wait to see. I got a question for you guys. Who the Saints gonna draft?
I got Greg Newsome, cornerback out of
Northwestern. I really like that pick.
Okay, I go ahead and kind of spoil mine a little bit. I got Greg Newsome too, but if he's not available, I say Jabril Cox out of LSU.
And I said the same thing. Greg Newsome. I think he might fall. I wanted J.C. Horn. You know, we wanted Hollywood, son.
Yeah, he tested good. He gonna be gone.
Yeah,
he gonna be gone. Yeah, I said they're gonna have to trade up to get him.
Yeah, unless we trade up and get
he's not gonna be there.
You never know.
Yeah.
But
I do got to pull off a trade to go get him though.
The Saints are not going to pull off a trade again because last time they did that with Davenport, it didn't work. So I think they got to be real conservative with their picks, just knowing that they're already strapped. So you need to get as much young, cheap talent as possible. So you want to hold on to your picks and just make sure you make the right pick whenever it's your chance to put the name in.
Now, I do have us selecting Dylan Moses out of Alabama. I do have that.
In second round?
Yes. Dylan Moses.
You gotta hope he's there though, man. It's so hard though.
I believe he can be there. I believe he can be there at 60 because of that.
I know David say he's gonna be there.
Know.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be so tough though, because look, his knee gave some issues. I hope it happens though, because I think Dylan Moses is gonna be a starting linebacker in the NFL for a long time.
Yeah.
And he's going to be better in 2 years than he was 2 years ago because of his knee and his injuries. And I've had an ACL and I've had some knee stuff. So, you know, the further you get away from that initial injury, the healthier you are, the more confident you are. 2 years ago, he was a faster player on Alabama's defense. And he didn't look like that last year. So I like that pick. I think that would be tremendous if the Saints can get a corner early, a linebacker, impact linebacker early in that draft too. That'd be really good.
Okay. All right. Hey, look, and could you please?
I think DeMario Davis going to the outside. Go ahead.
Could you please tell David, man, that he need to, you know,
I'm trying
a new light on Alabama.
Really
tell him we got some good players come out of Alabama, man.
Y'all pushing that button. I'm really trying to be
being messy.
So
I love Nick Saban, man.
Hey, so I don't understand is that all right? So you go with Jabril Cox, all right, in the first round. I think that's a big stretch versus Dylan Moses, who had a better career. And I mean, Jabril Cox can run. That's what he can do. But I also did not see him run a 40 at his pro day. And if he's not as fast as he can play, because he's not big, he's not a thumper, he's none of those things. He has to be able to build it. You have to be able to run. And so if you bring him into New Orleans, who's going to play the mic? If DeMario Davis is the best at will, who's going to play the mic? You need a bigger body linebacker for the middle to hold it down. That's why it was a good example when they brought in Quan Alexander. But at the same time, he didn't last long. He was hurt. So it's just really tough. But, you know, Alabama players that have come to New Orleans have all done pretty well. They just don't draft a lot of them. So, you know, Michael, you might be wrong because the Saints, for whatever reason, they'll draft 6 players from Ohio State before they ever draft them out of Alabama.
Well, they always say this, though, Ron, that hell, they never draft LSU players either.
They don't draft LSU players because they think they're too close to home.
Right.
Well, that's dumb. That's absolutely dumb. You want to draft the best players to help you win games. That's absolutely stupid.
But no, you have to think about, you know, them with their homeboys going out.
New Orleans is its own city with its own issues. And you have to learn how to be a professional in a city that parties 24/7. And when you got a lot of friends and homeboys that are all right there, it's just more distractions on top of distractions. So if I want a player that's going to help me win, I prefer one that's less distracted. So then he can help me win on Sundays.
But the thing is,
that's a good point. That's a good point. Hold on. That's a good point.
Too. I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not disagreeing with you. But you can say the same thing about Miami. You can say the same thing about Jacksonville. You can say the same thing about Los Angeles. And now even Las Vegas.
Jacksonville. He's like Jacksonville trash.
Don't say that. Jacksonville trash.
Oh, he's a in Jacksonville. Jacksonville is bad. I meant to say Tampa. Excuse me.
Okay, Tampa's better, but it's all right. Miami is good, but you also got to understand where their practice at in Davie is like 45 minutes away from South Beach. So it's different.
45 minutes. You don't think they're traveling 45 minutes to go have fun?
I mean, that's a lot. That's a full-blown commitment to travel. Where in New Orleans, it's 15 minutes. A lot of people stay downtown now. It's walkable. So it's a different type of lifestyle, and it's different. And those places are not 24/7.
Right.
Forcing drinks on you that are not as expensive. It's way more expensive in South Beach to party and drink than it is in the city of New Orleans, where I can go right down to Metairie or Fat City and go have me a really great time, very low key, and might end up being late for work the next day. Trust me, I've done it.
Well,
so
I don't know.
all that comes with time and things like that, man. Now, Las Vegas, that's a different animal. Once COVID lifts and we're all through this thing, hopefully sooner than later, Las Vegas is going to be another place that's going to be an animal itself. But I think more people's families will have more fun going to Las Vegas than actually the players themselves.
I mean, I can't disagree with you. I mean, that New Orleans is a city that has a lot of temptation. Not going to disagree with you on like that. But at some point, you got to say to yourself that you got to give some of these players the benefit of the doubt that they will actually mature. You know,
sure.
just automatically assume that they're going to just be partying, you know, every night, missing practice, missing games, stuff like that. You know, that's kind of a stereotype.
Let me ask you this.
Because
let me ask you this, David.
What?
Breaking up what Rome just said, because he made a great valid point about drafting players that are from around that city in the dangerous world. The Saints was heavily owned the Honey Badger, and they wanted to pick him. They wanted him. Do you think with his development, how he would have been right now, how he would have been if he would have got picked by the Saints, than if he would have went with Patrick Peterson over there with Arizona?
Well, but I mean, that's a different story because of what, you know, what Tyron went through later on after his days at LSU. That's a story of his own. But let's say somebody like Trey White. Let's say somebody like Trey White, who is not from New Orleans. He's from way opposite end of the state in Shreveport. So you mean to tell me that somebody like Trey White is just automatically going to be getting in trouble in New Orleans, even though he's 4 hours away?
I think it is more particularly players from New Orleans area that they try to
you got a lot of great
smart
players,
about. But Jabril Cox is not
from New Orleans.
Right. Jabril Cox is not from New Orleans. He would be a nice pick, but I don't know.
And going back to
give y'all an example.
The reason why I
give you an example of what Roman was talking about
is this. You look at Jabril Cox's highlight. Look at what he did on the field. The man had 2 pick sixes in his one season at LSU. And you look at how he got that pick six. He undercut the route like a DB. So I don't care what his 40 time is. In the words of Bill Belichick, show me what you do on tape. Now, what he will be is a liability in the run game. I'll put it to you like this. But when you look at the team, how people attack the Saints defense, especially over the last couple of years, it's been tight ends and it's been running backs coming out the backfield that's really been hurting New Orleans defense. Jabril Cox can cover tight ends. He can cover running backs. Dylan Moses, I mean, he's a pretty hard hitter. I get it. You know, he's a pretty decent player. but you to be biased. You can look at the stats. You look at the play on the field and look at the injury history as well. Jabril Cox would be the better pick for the New Orleans Saints.
Thank you.
I should say thank you. Like, oh, he don't know what he's talking about.
Thank you, sir.
Nobody even said that.
Y'all were thinking it though. Y'all were thinking it.
You feeling guilty about Jabril?
No, I'm not feeling guilty. It's just y'all reaction, but it's okay.
Nah, it's all right. Look, like he was saying about drafting New Orleans players. You look at Odell Beckham, high profile, always like to be seen, kind of showboater. Soon as he come down here around his homeboys at LSU Stadium, what he do? Do something stupid, and that's what he talking about, man. You get these guys back home down here where their homeboys at, guys they play with, and he handing out money. Remember when he was handing out the money on the sideline? Just crazy stuff,
And that's why I said that, yes, that can apply to a lot of players who grew up in New Orleans. But you look at a player like Kevin White, Trey White, Quan Alexander, a lot of these players that didn't grow up in New Orleans, they grew up on, hours away from New Orleans. You gotta say to yourself, okay, I need some talent here. I need some good players. I mean, you can get some good players from other colleges. I'm not saying LSU is the only college where you can draft good players, but you can't deny what kind of coaching these guys get in college and how they produce in the NFL. You can't deny that.
All right. Well, look at Derrick.
I know that's why Alabama has more drafted players than anybody.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. They have drafted players, yes, but it's great to make it to the league, but it's another story when you can be all pro or Pro Bowl or something like that, which I think LSU has the upper hand on.
All right, I'm gonna have to do some stats on that.
Go ahead, check it.
Are you sure Alabama got more than LSU?
They might more.
Are you sure?
Alabama got more what?
They probably do have more first round draft
More
picks.
players in the league than LSU.
Definitely.
I can tell y'all right now.
Definitely.
No.
Well, hey.
No. Wrong. I don't know about that wrong. I don't know.
Alabama has more players in the NFL right now than any other school.
Colleges with more NFL players.
If you count practice squad, yes, I can see that.
Practice colleges with most NFL players.
Look, I'm just gonna get straight to the point. The reason why they're picking on me is this, because I'm constantly always saying that the
University of Oklahoma, University of Miami.
Anyway, I'm
all right. Hey, look, I'm looking at it now.
They get the pass or they win games because of the SEC referees. You know, it's kind of fishy. If you got Alabama alumni and Birmingham Alabama residents officiating your game. Okay? It's kind of fishy that you got all these players. They won all these games in college. They got all these national championships. They get to NFL. You kind of don't hear from them again, with the exception of a couple. That's all I'm saying.
Alabama has 56 former student athletes on NFL rosters, producing more pro players than other colleges.
It's not about quantity, it's about quality.
He was right about what he said, though.
He was right.
It's about quality. I could go get 56 tasty cake honey buns, but give me 10 Little Debbie honey buns because it's better quality. Now, since y'all want to go there, I know it's gonna be a set. As long as I'm trying to be respectful, but since y'all want to push me there, I'm here now. Thank you for joining me.
Who second?
To you personally, Mr. Harper, it's just that your college is known for cheating. Let's just be honest with
you. I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay.
Thank you, Ron. Yeah, Ron.
You wasn't there when Nick was there.
No, I wasn't. I was there before.
You were there with Shula.
I had Dennis Franchione. I had Dennis Franchione
for 2 years. And Mike Shula.
I had Mike. I actually had Mike Price also for 3 months. And then he got fired, and then I got Mike Shula my last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy times.
Yeah, you was there. Man, what was the wide receiver name? I remember the play like yesterday. He caught that deep pass and he hurt his leg.
Tyrone Proto.
Yeah, Proto. So you was there when he was there, huh?
Yes, he was younger than me. But yes.
Yeah, I hated that for him, man.
Everybody hated that. That was a scary, scary thing.
I'm looking up a stat right quick, and then we're going to get off this.
So I do got one more question, though, about the NFL. You had said something earlier that kind of struck a question in my head when you were saying how when you was with Carolina and you played against New Orleans and you knew, the type of routes and what New Orleans has to do offensively. So as a player going against your former team, how often do your current coaches come to you and say, hey, Roman, what they're going to do here, what they're going to do here? How often does that interchange or that conversation happen?
I think it happens a lot. And it also depends on how smart the player is, how long you were there, and what all information you can actually give them that actually is useful in helping them form a game plan. So it's not like I'm in the coaches meeting sitting down there trying to tell them everything. But if you got a question or something that's going to help us win, I'm like, yeah, I'll give you whatever you need.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, just I wanted to tell y'all what college has produced the most Pro Bowlers? Well, guess what? Number one, Alabama and LSU ain't even in the top 5, I don't think.
It's probably Ohio State.
No, Miami, 58. The U. Then after that, you got Tennessee with 33. Then after that, you got California Golden Bears. They got 28.
That's Cal Berkeley. Berkeley.
I know who it is.
You got the Texas Longhorns. They got 26 Pro Bowlers. And Georgia Bulldogs got 26.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 5th is the Michigan Wolverines with 23.
Mm.
Yeesh.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. I thought it'd be a lot more.
Right. Yep. Michigan 23.
Wow.
Florida State 22. 8th place is USC with 21. North Carolina Tar Heels with 21. It's crazy.
Wow.
The Wolfpack with 19. Here with Pittsburgh Panthers with 19. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay. All right, but you know, I mean, we like Nick Saban and everything, but you know, I'm an LSU Tiger fan.
As you should.
My daughter goes there. The one that you went to Bell Chase to see. You went to Bell Chase High. She goes to LSU now.
Nice.
You know, I was LSU fan before that, but you know, Mike's LSU and David's LSU. But you know, we do respect the Alabama criminal. At least I do. You know, I respect Alabama.
I love Nick Saban. I love Coach Nick. He won me a championship.
I respect Nick Saban, especially.
I wish he would have stayed with LSU. Would have had more championships.
They would.
I don't know. I respect Nick Saban, the man, because especially after what he did to the team at the beginning of this past college football season, you know, walking with the players and stuff. So I respect him, and you know, as a man, you know, I really do respect him a lot.
It don't look like he's gonna stop. He's gonna keep going.
Rome. You say you right now you in the broadcast booth. What you doing now, and you know, you have anything you want to promote or anything like that?
No, man, nothing else, man. I got to get ready to go do an interview here in a little bit, and then. But I work with SEC Network, man. It's been awesome. Last year was my first year. I watched a lot of SEC football, so naturally it was an easy transition, and really just learning how to be the best. Be Roman Harper, the sports analyst, how to be able to hit your spots. Get to the point, not a lot of player talk, say what I need to say, deliver my message, and be able to get out and let it breathe.
Is it hard to stay neutral? You know,
they don't ask me really to stay neutral though. Everybody knows I went to Alabama, so it's no big secret. So I mean, they know better. I mean, that when I tell them sometimes, don't be disrespectful and ask me, is Alabama going to win or not? Just ask me, how do I think they're going to win?
Press that button, please.
Look at that face. Look at that face. Look at the face. Look at the face right up here. Look.
What are you talking about? I ain't saying nothing. I mean, if that's his occupation, that's what he's
wrong.
Hey, get that right.
I can't say nothing bad. The man won over 6 championships, man. I can't say that the man has been dominating. So I can't say nothing, bro. I can't say nothing, bro.
All the credit in the world, they won them championships.
The man got the talent. The man can recruit. And they busting people's ass, bro. I can't say nothing, man.
Him and they referees work hard all year round. Good job, Alabama and referees.
All right. Well, thank you, man, Rome, bro. We appreciate you giving us your time tonight, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We're gonna have you back.
Hey, man. Thank you, guys, man. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, man.
So,
I'm gonna send you some more of my music. I'm gonna send you some videos.
Appreciate it, man. Michael, man, be safe on that road, man. Whenever you're driving and over at the truck stops and stuff.
Thank you, bro.
Man. Hey, man, I love you, dog. Get that hate out your heart. Get that hate out your heart.
All right, bro.
Roll Tide, baby.
Love you, man. See you again, brother.
All right, you got that, man. You got that. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
That was good.
I knew y'all was gonna do something. I knew y'all was gonna pull.
Yeah, you know I was gonna get you.
Y'all was gonna pull.
Hey, it was. Look where my finger pointing.
Well,
see.
Well,
wait. Back over here.
What's the next topic we talking about, man? What's the next topic we talking about?
Draft.
Yes, let's
hold up. Our next We're gonna talk about. Look, first of all, man,
Hey, we got somebody in the comment section. Eddie Gautreaux, man, say he got diagnosed with cancer.
Oh man.
So he got diagnosed with cancer, and he said he need a who that.
Who that, baby?
Who that nation, fellas?
You got
who
you.
that, man. We
praying
man. for you, Eddie. We praying for you, Eddie.
Man,
but I want to know is why Brett Charles said "F you, Roman." So I'm trying to understand, Brett. Could you please explain why you would say something like that, brother?
Probably because a lot of people can't handle honesty. You know what I'm saying? The man was just honest, and I appreciate that. I respect that. But that's why I came back and asked the question. You don't still feel like that, and that did y'all patch it up? Because usually grown folks, adults, they usually go back and they talk shit out. And then he said that's exactly what they done. Sean Payton, Mickey Loomis, all of them, they talk shit out and work things out. Obviously, the man had a love for New Orleans, had a passion. He didn't want to leave.
Right.
And he felt like he was betrayed. So we can understand how the hell that feel.
And a lot of players felt that way. Look at Darren Sproles. Look at his wife. You know?
Right.
I remember when his wife went off on the Saints front office.
Oh yeah, she was pissed. She was pissed.
You know?
Yeah, she was pissed.
And when people got
I can appreciate that.
You know what happens between a player in the front office ain't got nothing to do with the fans. You know, the man said he still had much love for the fans. Okay, what happened was between the Saints front office and himself. And could you blame him for feeling that way? You know, you gave these people 8 years. I mean, you seen from the highlights, it's not like he was some bomb. He was actually out there making plays. So you can kind of understand him feeling the way he was feeling.
I just want to say one thing, man. You know, we hate to talk about stuff like this because, you know, man, you know, we tired of it. We tired of it happening, you know, but I want to give a moment of silence, man, to the family of Dante Wright. You know, I hope the justice system does the right thing, and you know, his family gets justice for this. You know, you hate to see another black young man, you know, get killed by the people that's supposed to protect us. You know, murdered, you know, by the people that's supposed to protect us. You know, and I just want to give a moment of silence, man. All right. I don't want to go there because I get kind of upset about that. So we gonna move on. Our next topic.
I probably like to expound more on that. Probably Sunday, maybe we do a show Sunday.
Yeah. You know, so probably a lot more will be done happen by then. And we have a better idea of what's going to happen with that situation. So, draft prospects.
Oh yeah,
defensive line and linebackers. We got our outside. We got our inside. We got our interior line. We got our rushers.
That's
so what
right.
you got first, baby?
I'm ready. Who you want to do first? Defensive end or defensive tackle, outside linebacker, middle linebacker? How you want to do it?
Wherever you want to start.
We're going defensive end. Defensive end, the money position.
Hey,
that's right. If you can get this damn quarterback, you can make a whole lot of damn money. Ask Trey Henderson. He got $60 million. But off of one good year of production, ladies and gentlemen. Now keep in mind before I give you my damn list. This is opinionated. You understand? All right? I don't need you coming for me in the comment section because I'm damn sure gonna come for you. This is opinionated. Okay?
That's right.
Let's get started. Number one. Now, if I pronounce some of these people's name wrong, I'm sorry. All right. Quinty Pay, Michigan. Number one. Damn it. He's number one on my board.
What's his size? What's his size?
Number
Can
two.
I get his statistics? Can I get his statistics?
He just he big hell. That's what you He big and athletic. I didn't have time to go through my damn notes. I didn't have time to go through my damn notes. I just wrote it down on a piece of paper. He big, damn it.
My bad.
But if you need me to go through my notes, I got no problem with that. But I got him right now, number one. And
what's his name? What's his
I
name
got him
again?
right here. 6 foot Quinty Pay. That's a kind of hell of a name for a brother. Kwity Pay. P-A-Y-E. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. But he's 6'4", 277 pounds, ran a 40 time of 4.7. High 4.7. Like a 4.7.
How much you say he weighed? 270.
About 277, 280.
And ran a 4.7?
6'4".
And ran a 4.7?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. He can fit as a 3-4 or a goddamn 4-3. Oh yeah.
What school he came from?
Woo, goodness.
Michigan. Number 2, Jalen Phillips, 6'5", 265. Ran a 4.6. Straight pass rusher.
Wow.
Pass rusher. Jalen Phillips. A lot of people got him number 1. I don't. Because I think what's his name can do both. Quinty Pay is good against the run and he can pass rush. Kind of like the mold of a Cam Jordan. Number 3, Gregory Rousseau. Gregory Rousseau, Miami. 6'6", 260. Ran a 4.8. Then the second time he had it, this unofficial was like a 4.78. So he got, you know what I'm saying? He's big. But he's a pass rusher, straight prolific pass rusher. Number 4, I got Jason Oweh from Penn State. 6'4", 260. But he's fast. He ran a 4.4. Extremely fast. He also can transition. They were talking about possibly being an outside linebacker in the 3-4 defense because of that speed. Number 5, I got Carlos Basham. Wake Forest, 6'5", 275, 280, ran a 4.8. Next guy I got Joe Tryon from Washington, 6'5", 260, 4.7. I don't know where all these damn athletes coming from, running this big, running this fast. I don't know.
Right.
Number 7, I got Dayon Odeyingbo from Vandy. Like I said, if I crucify your name, I am so sorry.
That's where they're going. They're going overseas and going get them.
Yeah, this is Nigerian descent. He's 6'6", 280, and ran a 4.76. I don't think you heard me. 6'6", 280, and ran a 4.76. The reason why he's not too high on the board is because he picked up football a little late, kind of like David Onyemata. Kind of like David Onyemata, but they say, boy, he developed the right way, he's gonna be a problem. Number 8, I got Rashad Weaver from Pitt. 6'5", 270, 4.8. They look at him, his draft projection around the 2nd, 4th round. Number 9, I got Patrick Jones from Pitt as well. I like him. He's 6'4", 265, ran a 4.7. Number 10, I got Patrick Turner, defensive end from Houston, 6'5", 4'8", 4'9 type of guy. He more of your run stuffing lineman, but can get a pass rush if the quarterback hold the ball a little bit too long. That's what he serves. That's what he good at. And guys, you know I named right off the bat, Quincy Roche, 6'2", 245, 250. Kind of like Quincy Roche, kind of like Zach Bond. Undersized, but he can rush the passer. Don't really have no special moves and stuff like that. 6'2", by 245, 250, run like a 4'6". He like a Zach Bond type. And my other guy got Victor Demukj, from Duke, 6'2", 265, 4'7" guy, 4'8" guy. My next guy is Cameron Sample. Shout out to Tulane, 6'3", 280, about a 4'8", 4'9" guy. My next guy, Malcolm Kuntz from Buffalo, 6'3", 250, 4'7", 4'8" guy. And another guy that I like is Janarius Robinson, Florida State. Janarius Robinson, he went to Florida State. He's 6'5", 260, run like a 4'8", but he's decent.
Big boys. So the 240, 235, 250 defensive end pretty much coming to an end now, huh? Wow.
Yeah, but these guys running in the 4s, so they ain't running in the 5s no more.
Exactly.
Now, defensive tackle, I know you hate it, but the one I had, the number one graded defensive tackle is Christian Barmore, Alabama. 6'5", 310, ran a 5'1" and a 5 flat.
Mr. Hands to the face.
Mr. Hands to the face.
He not going to stop. I tried, Jesus. I tried. Number 2, I got Levi Onwuzurike. Damn, I like how I said that. Onwuzurike. Damn.
Onwuzurike.
Watch. Defensive tackle. Good look at you. And getting in your roots, huh? Defensive tackle, Washington, 6'2", 290, 5'1". Speed. That's not bad. Number 3, I got Davion Nixon from Iowa, 6'3", 305, 5'2". Number 4, I got Jay Tufele. I'm sorry, Jay Tufele. He one of them Samoan brothers, 6'3", 305, 5'2".
Man, the Samoans playing ball over there.
Oh, yes, sir. Number 5, I got Marvin Wilson, Florida State, 6'3", 320, 5'2". Number 6, you're going to like this one. Tyler Shelvin, defensive tackle, LSU. 6'3", 350 plus.
Yeah,
I ain't got no weight for him because
Hakeem already had him written down.
Yeah, because I put 350 plus because he was bigger than that. Like when the season started, he was like 380, 390.
Yeah.
But at the West night, he started losing weight. I'm like, that's good. But he is a textbook nose tackle, a space eater. And he ran like a 4.5. I mean, I'm sorry, a 5.5. Not a 4.5, but a 5.5. My bad.
I'm about to say.
Oh man.
Well, you got a tap.
I say if his big ass, I would say his big ass run a 4.5, he's gonna be the number 1 overall pick.
Yes, believe it. But 5'4" is still pretty
number 7. I got 5.5 is not bad for that big.
Yeah, for that big, exactly.
That's not big. Yeah. Number 7, Jared Goldwire, Louisville, 6'6", 305, ran a 5'1". Number 8, I got Jerome Johnson. I know a lot of people don't know all these guys, but I got Jerome Johnson, number 8, defensive tackle for Indiana, 6'3", 304, 5'2" guy.
We got some people at home writing all this down. So they can go look at it.
Oh, yeah. Number 9, I got Osa Odigizua.
Wow.
From UCLA. Yes, brother. I did some practice. UCLA, 6'2", 280. He ran a 5 flat. And number 10, I got Tadaro Slayton, defensive tackle from Florida, another space eater. 6'5", 350. 350, and he ran a 5'6". Tyler Shelvin faster than him. He just long, them big long legs.
Now let me ask you something.
And
Mike.
my guys, I got Bobby Brown from Texas A&M. Yeah, I got Bobby Brown from Texas A&M.
Bobby Brown.
Yeah, Bobby Brown is my prerogative. Yeah, Bobby Brown. I got Taquan Graham from Texas, Naquan Jones, Michigan State, Quentin Bohanna from Kentucky, and I got Kiaris Tonga from BYU.
Now let me ask you this: do you see the Saints drafting a tackle, or maybe just picking one up after the draft? A free agent. draftee, a free agent college player, or something like that, or picking somebody up, or do we have that depth on the Saints team right now? What you think?
They're gonna get one defensive tackle. I do believe they're gonna draft a defensive end. I do believe they're gonna get a defensive tackle. I do believe that. My guy who I had on the board.
No edge rusher. We're gonna try to see what Davenport got one more year. Give him one more chance.
I think Carl Granderson gonna have a better year than him.
Yeah, I saw Granderson working out. Did you see that?
I think Carl Granderson gonna have a better year.
He looked good
than him because Carl Granderson got something that Trey Henderson don't have. Not only do he got athleticism, but he actually got signature pass rush moves. Trey Henderson was getting a lot of sacks off of effort and motor. He just wouldn't stop. He just wouldn't stop. He kept coming. He was relentless. You know what I'm saying? And you need that too. But Carl Granderson is far more talented. It's just I hope he can put it all together. If he can put it all together,
Granderson is going to get that spot that Trey Henderson had coming in and out, and he's going to get the reps. You know, he's next up.
Yeah, Granderson definitely took advantage of his opportunities, man. He definitely did that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He's going to get more now. All right, let's go to linebackers, man. What you got on my outside?
The outside?
Yeah.
You didn't want to do the inside. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what.
Do the outside.
What do the Saints need the most? Inside, outside? What you got? You said they're gonna move DeMario outside.
DeMario gonna probably go back to outside, but they need a middle linebacker, or they need a linebacker that basically is versatile. In this draft, you have a lot of linebackers that are considered versatile. You have linebackers that can play either or, and the top four, while they got the most value, they can play inside and outside. The top four can, and those top four guys are. And I'm naming the
what's up, Steve?
I'm naming the outside linebackers first. Because like I said, you that versatile where you can play inside and outside. And you're gonna probably see the very first four names, you're gonna see them first. Micah Parsons is number one, linebacker out of Penn State. He's number one. This is outside linebacker. Micah Parsons can play any. And we already know he's 6'3, 245, 250, and he ran a 4.3.
That's perfect linebacker size.
He is the prototypical type of linebacker that you need in the NFL today when you got a lot of running backs that's catching balls out of the backfield. You got a lot of these athletic tight ends now. He is the prototypical type of linebacker that can run sideline to sideline.
He's a little tall. You want your linebackers to be because they do a lot of. I mean, they got to be.
He's 6'3".
Sideline.
Yeah,
he's got around 6
feet,
legit. 6'1".
Yeah, he a legit 6'3", 250. Like the linebackers you talking about, like the Mike Singletary, the 5'10", Tom Jackson, he was about 5'10", Sam Miller, same height as me, he was 5'9". Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for them in the style of the offense that you see today.
Yeah, I say 6'1" is perfect. 6'3", you know, we'll see what he can do. Said 6'3".
Right. Now this is just outside. This is outside linebackers.
Outside, okay.
The outside linebacker, but Michael Parsons is number one, outside and inside. Number two, I have Jamin Davis, Kentucky. Jamin Davis, Kentucky. 6'4", 240 pounds, and ran a 4.4.
All right, Chalet, good night.
And he plays that on the field too. I watched a couple of Kentucky games.
Oh, the man's a monster.
Yeah.
Jamin Davis is a monster. The only thing is he went to damn Kentucky.
Yeah.
You know, Jamin Davis is a beast. Number three, I have Zaven Collins from Tulsa.
That name.
Zaven Collins. Oh, Zaven a monster, bro. Zaven is 6'4", 255, 260, ran a 4.6, 4.7. For a man that size at 6'4", 255 to 260 pounds, hell, I may think about him playing defensive end. Because he's big, but he's athletic. He has the ability to be good in the run. He has the ability to kind of be in the short term, especially like, you know, lose a lot of tight ends like to sit in that pocket in the middle. You know what I'm saying? He's good at that. He got the size to battle a tight end. You know, because he's big. He's a big linebacker. But the knock on him again, David, you even talked about it too. Tulsa. He went to Tulsa.
Yeah.
He went to Tulsa. You know, that's number 3. Number 4, I have Jabril Cox, Louisiana State University. We already know he's athletic. We already know he is dynamic, but he's 6'3", 230 pounds. And he ran like a 4.6.
Hey, I'm gonna go back a player. That dude's David Carter, man. I'm just looking at some of the awards. He got the Lombardi Award in 2020, the Bronk Nagurski Trophy, 2020 Chuck Bednarik Award, 2020. He got all kind of accolades. Defensive,
yeah, he got
AAC Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, Zaven look good.
He's talented.
Yeah.
Oh, he's talented. I give him that. He's talented. There's no doubt about it.
All right. What's your next brother?
Number 6, I have Chaz Surratt.
Chaz.
I'm sorry, this is Chaz Surratt. I'm sorry, these my inside linebacker list.
Okay.
Yeah, this is my inside linebacker list, so it don't matter. Because it's not too many changes, trust me, when you see it. But Chaz Surratt, my inside linebacker list. I got Chaz Surratt. I got him over, as crazy as it sounds, I got him over Dylan Moses. Because of health. That's the only reason. Because of health. Chaz Surratt went to North Carolina. He's 6'1", 235.
They got him at 6'3" right here. They got him at 6'3". They always give you a couple of inches.
Well, where he measured at the worst thing, he was 6'1" and some change, and he was like 235. And he ran like a 4.57, and they got like a 4.6 flat. But he's legit. Sideline to sideline, great athleticism, very quick, very instinctive, very smart. He's good. He's really good. Number 6, I got Dylan Moses. Dylan Moses, Alabama, 6'3", a legit 240.
That's who Roman liked.
He didn't necessarily that way. Yeah, he went to Bama though. That's kind of a little Bama bias, but like I say, once that he played literally last year, he didn't run because he had a torn meniscus. The man played in top basically most of the year with a torn meniscus. He really put a lot on him, and that tell you he's tough. He was very effective. He was the leader of that defense.
6'3", 240.
He's a legit 6'3", 240. Legit.
And guess where he's from?
Oh, he's from
Baton Rouge. He's from Baton Rouge.
Committed to LSU. Nick Saban bought him a car, probably.
Well, Les Miles got fired, and I think that's what did it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what he says.
But it was the car, huh?
Hey,
they
learn how to say, Alabama, they learn how to say roll. You go say roll tide roll.
You go stop. You go stop.
Yeah, they say he committed to Louisiana State. He was a Butkus Award winner, a 5-star recruit coming out of high school.
Yes, he was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, he was the number 1 linebacker. Number athlete. He was an athlete. Actually, he was an athlete coming out of high school. He was the number 1 athlete.
Number 7, I got Nick Bolton. Linebacker, Missouri, 6 foot, 235, ran like a 4.6. Nick Bolton. Number 7, I got Monty Rice, linebacker out of GA, 6'1", 235, ran like a 4.7. Number 8, I have KJ Britt, linebacker out of Auburn, 6 foot, 235, 240, ran like a 4.7, 4.6, high 4.6. Okay. That was number 9, right? Because I didn't write it. Okay, number 10, I got Baring Browning, middle linebacker out of Ohio State, 6'3", 245, ran like a 4.7. Guys, you should watch Pete Werner from Ohio State, Tony Fields from West Virginia, Grant Stewart from Houston, Darian Etheridge from Louisville. Those are guys I think you need to watch. And Patty Fisher from Northwestern.
Patty
Fisher from Northwestern.
Patty, like P-A-T-T-I?
P-A-D-D-Y.
Oh,
Patty.
He should whoop his mama ass. Yeah. I just want to be the first to tell you.
Or his daddy.
He should whoop their ass. Patty. P-A-D-D-Y. Patty Fisher.
I don't think that was his daddy.
But
who named his son Patty?
Patty.
Patty. They call him Patty. P-A-D-D-Y Fisher from Northwestern.
They call him Patty. He couldn't say daddy.
You go watch the tape on him. Dude legit. He legit.
So let me ask y'all, man. You know, Quan Alexander, I think, wants to be back in New Orleans, man.
Of course.
And, they say he's way ahead on his rehab. They keep bringing that up. So, I mean, what y'all thinking? Is a possibility that,
to be honest with you, if it hadn't been for cap space, I don't even think the Saints would have released him. I think that's the only thing that got him released was cap space.
Right, and you never know with Achilles.
Yeah.
Serious.
I think they would have taken a chance and brought him back though.
Yeah, they would have reworked that contract, because he was like over $13 million this year. They couldn't really afford that. But I do believe they want to bring him back. He's training with Alvin Kamara's trainer, and he did have a Saint shirt on. Just saying, he had a Saint shirt on when he was working out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When you look at our linebacker core right now, I know Anzalone's gone. And that could be a good thing for Zach Bowen, especially. Without picking up anybody, who's your starters right now at linebacker, Mike?
Right now, Demario. Well, they ran more of a 2 linebacker set last year, so they don't have Craig Robertson.
Yeah, they ran a lot of nickel last year.
Yeah, they ran like a lot of. They ran like a 4-2-5, and they had what's name like a joker, CJ.
Yeah,
CJ was like a joker. To use him in the box, to use him like in nickel and coverage, to use him to blitz, to use him to do. He was addition and the run stuff. The man did everything. He was like a joker. He did everything. So I think probably the 2 guys, you got to go with your investment. Right now, if you don't have, we didn't make any move right now, you have to go with your investment. Demario Davis and Zach Bowen.
Right.
You have to go with your investment because Anzalone not there anymore. He's going to Detroit. So that basically they're telling you. they tell you that's the move. Yeah, he was a step. He was like in the right area, but just didn't get there in time.
Poor Detroit.
That's what Anzalone was. His timing was too slow, man. He was a step or two too slow, and that's but I wish him well. Except when he played the Saints, I wish him well.
Right.
But you got to go with your investment. How it looks right now, Demario Davis and Zach Bowen. Because remember, they did trade up to get this guy. And they're just like with Marcus Davenport. Oh, that pressure is on. And we talked about that last week about who got some pressure on him. Oh, if Marcus Davenport number 1. They moved up 14 spots for you, partner, and sacrificed a first-round pick for the additional year. So, the pressure is on for you, partner. This your last year. Just put up or shut up. But they already let you know where with you when they say, hell no, we ain't signing him for extending him to a 5th year goddamn option. Hell no. So this your 4th year. Hope you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Put a number on it. How many sacks you get? Give it to me.
Who? Zach Bowen?
Marcus Davenport. Marcus Davenport. Give it to me.
Davenport. I think
I gave him 7. 7.5.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say I have faith in the man. He's listening. His ears is listening to all the talk. He might even heard us with the put up or shut up. I think the man gonna have double-digit sacks. I give him 11. 11.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'll meet y'all halfway. I go 9.
I give 7.5. I give 7.5 because I think how they gonna use. I think how they go. That's the point. I think how they gonna use him. Then they got this guy from Kansas City. They said they liked his potential before Kansas City got him when he was in the draft. But they said the thing about with Marcus Davenport, what they really haven't necessarily showcased a lot is he can interior pass rush. I show like the goddamn see it, but they say he can do that too. So maybe he can get some value in that. Being that we lost Sheldon Rankins, maybe we get some value in that. And we lost Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm, he went to Jacksonville. God rest his soul. I ain't gonna, you know, Roman Harper. When Roman Harper said that shit, man, I swear I couldn't hold it, bro. I laughed. Roman Harper said Jacksonville, they trash.
I meant to say Tampa. I didn't mean to say Jacksonville.
I said the same thing, brother. Granderson is gonna be the next Trey Henderson.
Yeah,
he's more talented than Trey. You know, like I said, but you couldn't question Trey Henderson's work ethic and motor, man. You couldn't question that Joker had a relentless motor, man. I wish him the best in Cincinnati, except when he played the Saints and the Steelers. But I wish him the best.
Yeah.
Now I did what? Inside linebacker, outside linebacker.
Okay.
And I think it's like I said, the number one guy, Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons can play any. He has the size, the athleticism, the smarts. He can play any. He will be. There's no question. He will be the number one linebacker selected. Period. Michael Parsons out of Penn State, which again was 6'3", 245, 250 pounds, and ran a 4.3. It won't be close. Michael Parsons. You got a guy that's out running damn running backs. He had a faster damn time. I know it was kind of unofficial with a stopwatch and whatnot, but they said it was legit that he was a 4.3 type of guy. He ran faster than goddamn my guy from Clemson.
Travis Etienne. You know, he had an interview on TV and they asked him how to pronounce his name. This man said in South Louisiana you're supposed to say Etienne. Yeah.
Etienne?
Yeah, Etienne. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Etch a sketch?
No, man.
Now that's just being evil. That's just being evil. That's just evil. That's just evil. That's just evil. That's just evil. That's evil. Number 2, I got Jamin. Number 2, I got Jamin Davis out of Kentucky. Like I said, them top 4 guys, them top 4 guys that's hybrid that can play the position inside and outside. Number 3, I got Jabril Cox, though. From LSU, I got Jabril Cox in that conversation. Number 4, I have Zaven Collins. Number 5, I have Jeremiah Owusu, linebacker out of Notre Dame, 6'1", 215, 4.4.
On the light side.
He's a weak side linebacker, but he is a guy. He's adding weight.
Do you think teams will try to play him as safety, only being 215?
Well, he's bulked up a little. I think it is wasn't he was like damn near 230. But
that's a little better.
But he's a weak side linebacker. He's an outside linebacker. He doesn't have enough bulk to be a middle linebacker. Can run sideline to sideline, kind of like the player of Levante David of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's who I compared him to, or Telvin Smith that used to play for Jacksonville. That's who I compared Owusu to. He can run sideline to sideline. Is a great tackler. Got great athleticism. Got a great burst. It's just that he's small. He played at Notre Dame. He was very effective. He wasn't no punk either. His name is Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa. Say that 10 times fast. That's his name.
How they gonna put all that in the back of his shirt?
Hell, they might just go JOK.
Right. Look, David, his name could be coming all the way around to the front. You have to do that.
You got to make a circle all the way over his shoulders and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So the top 6 guys, I'm gonna say them again. Top 5 guys: Michael Parsons, Jamin Davis, Jabril Cox, Zaven Collins, Jeremiah Wusu-Koramoah. Number 6, I got not it's a new name, but I looked at his film, went to Georgia. Azeez Ojulari, brother.
Yeah, he's legit.
Outside linebacker extraordinaire, 6'3", 240, ran a 4.6. Brother,
he plays faster than that.
You damn right he do. You damn right he do. And that's the guy that I'm looking at the Saints may get.
Read this question. Dude. Hey, read this question right quick, y'all.
Okay. Well, do you think since we lost Justin Hardy and free agency, the Saints could select in the 5th or 6th round? Racing McMahon ran a 4.3 and was a special teams demon at LSU and is a need right now for the Saints. Akeem, you're absolutely right.
Not to mention he's 225 to 230 pounds too.
Yeah, he's a grown ass man, and he played wide receiver, and he basically is a guy who can stretch the field. And he got afterburners.
So what is his position? Is he a cornerback, wide receiver, what?
Wide receiver.
Yeah, receiver. But he also can be an addition in special teams. Put him as a gunner. You know what I'm saying? He's not a guy that's just legitimately talking about, oh, he can come in and be a number 1, number 2, or number 3 wide receiver. No, he's a guy that's probably a 4th or 5th. At this moment, you know, can probably come in and give you a couple plays from here and there, kind of like what Devery Henderson was. And
does he have any kickoff return or punt return skills?
No, because they had Derek Stingley back there doing it.
I mean, he's big. He sounds like he's big. Could they bring him in as a reverse guy, a reverse trick play?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a playmaker. You know, because I didn't see him as a returner at LSU.
Right.
But with that size and with that speed, who knows what you can build him into or whatever he could be. You know, he is big.
The only reason that they're not really talking about him is because he didn't get much playing time at LSU, and he didn't get much exposure. Past year, he got hurt midway in the season or beginning of the season. So he, last year was his moment to build his draft stock, but because he got hurt, he couldn't do it. So that was hurting him. He might even be an undrafted free agent, to be honest with you. But talent, but the measurables say he's a draft pick, but the exposure might drop him all the way to undrafted free agent.
Yeah, when they saw the speed, because it's question marks everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He kind of like, okay, well, what about his route running? What about his in and out? What about his hands and all that other stuff? It's question marks. Because LSU is loaded at the wide receiver position. You know what I mean? Butte and Davis and all them other guys, them guys are way on a whole nother level than he is. You know, but so it's question marks. Could you get value for him to be a special team? I think so. Because of them guys that you definitely want to get, to play special team, they want to prove themselves, say they belong. You know, who knows? He may be a special teammate like Cordero Patterson or some damn body. Because he got the size and he damn sure got the speed. You know.
Yeah, good point.
And that's what kept him in the league this long. His returns, Cordero Patterson.
Yeah,
because he sure ain't no big play wide receiver, nothing like that.
Yeah, good point.
Russell. Yeah, you're right, King. That's true. Look at what Russell. That's true. That's true. Because Russell Gage solidified, got him a spot.
Yeah,
there's places for guys that you consider athletes. There's positions. They will find a good coach will find a role for you. Hell, look at Taysom Hill. I'm sorry.
Right. Good coach will find a spot for you.
I bet he can take Taysom Hill.
Look at Deontay. Hey, they used Deontay doing reverse and found out he can catch. They found out Deontay can catch, make big plays.
That's right.
And got good run after catch skills, even though he's small.
Zone buster. He's a zone buster.
Wait till this year though. Over your damn head, baby. Over your damn head this year. See all them damn hitch patches and screenplays with him. We're gonna add some of that. But yeah, we're gonna put him out there, the old Deontay out there a couple times, go underneath on your ass, over your head, baby. We got somebody gonna put it over your head. But number 7, Joe Tryon, Washington, 6'5", 260, outside linebacker. Pretty big, but he can play outside linebacker and defensive end. Number 8, I got Joseph Osai from Texas. Joseph Osai from Texas. He's 6'4", 255, ran a 4.6. A legit 4.6 at that size. Could be a good 3-4 defensive outside linebacker. Or they say he can still play both sides. He can still play a linebacker too. I got number 9, I got Nick Bolton from Mizzou. Number 10, I talked about him. Nick Bolton is 6 foot, 235, 4'6 guy. Number 10, I got Quincy Roche, 6'2", 245, 4'6 guy out of Miami. He can play outside linebacker and defensive end. And my guys that I got as my honorable mention, I got Hamel. Not bad with me. This dude name really is Hamilcar Rashid. That's it, and he's a junior. That makes it even worse. Hamilcar Rashid. That's his name, junior. But look at the tape though. His name, he's from Oregon State. He's 6'4", 240, and he ran a 4.7. He just was learning the position, but he's legit though. I looked at the tape. He's legit. Jacoby Stevens. The reason why Jacoby Stevens is not considered to me on my top 10 because he's learning the position of linebacker. But I got him as honorable mention because there's talent there. There's talent there. Jacoby Stevens, 6'2", 230, 4.7. Because I know Hakeem probably would have gotten my ass if I wouldn't have added goddamn Jacoby Stevens. But I did have Jacoby Stevens on my honorable mention because he's learning the position.
45 minutes.
D'Angelo Malone from Western Kentucky. He's a 6'4", 230 guy, ran a 4.7. Next guy at 14, I got Pete Werner, 6'3", 240, 4.7 guy from Ohio State. And the last guy, I got Malcolm Kuntz again from Buffalo. You want to watch out for Malcolm Kuntz. Malcolm Kuntz is a 6'3", 250 guy, ran a 4.7. He's a legit outside linebacker. That's it.
Top 10s plus honorable mentions. Is it me or is it that 80% of these young guys coming out of school, have the craziest names? I know some of them are foreigners, but you don't have them traditional names no more, man. Like Mike Fields, just regular names. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You listen to some of these names, you got to know how to spell.
Like John Rogers.
And say.
Right.
James Ellis, something like that. You got a lot of guys of Nigerian descent. You got a lot of guys that's starting to learn the position. They come. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, look, before we go, man, are you going to the spring game? That's going to be close to you, Mike. LSU got the spring game this weekend. And then we got the Bayou Classic down here in New Orleans.
It's in Shreveport.
Bayou Classic.
Bayou Classic in Shreveport.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
they moved it?
Yeah, because of COVID.
Oh, man. I ain't going to be no Bayou.
Got some news here.
They ain't the Bayou Classic no more then.
The Saints just signed Jalen McCleskey.
Yeah,
I remember him.
That's a wide receiver for Tulane.
Yes, sir. They signed J.J. McCleskey.
Man, where he been? He must have been working at Winn-Dixie too.
Stole on the road tonight, man. He on the road. He's working at Winn-Dixie.
Basket guy. He get them baskets quick.
He was over there Cafe Des Moines cooking them beignets.
He was fast. So you going to that spring game, Mike?
I'm gonna try to get there.
That'd be nice. Maybe meet up. Maybe we can meet up.
Oh yeah, but I know I'm gonna be out there at their camp though when they're getting ready for the start of the season. I always go to. I didn't go last year because of COVID, but I'm gonna be out there watching my boy because I'm ready to see that damn defense.
And if the Saints have training camp, I'm gonna get the tickets. You come on down here a couple of times.
Oh yeah, of course.
Training camp.
Of course. I got to see them boy.
I'm over there in the VIP. Yeah.
For shizzle.
Yeah, man. Hey y'all, man. Like I said, man, time flies when you're having fun, man. And
it is.
We are almost at the 2-hour mark. We know we probably have a lot of people that left us, maybe left and came back. But guess what, man? We say we're gonna stick to our hour, but you know what?
It is so hard to do that.
It is so hard. And you know, Sundays we talk about everything. So we're gonna get into some stuff around the world that's happening. This vaccine. You know, so Johnson & Johnson having some problems, some difficulties. You know, Pfizer and Moderna, they say they're coming out with 2 more vaccines, but we're gonna talk about all that Sunday. We're gonna talk about Mr. Wright and his justice. Talk about some other things, and you know, we'll see y'all Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Probably 6, 7 o'clock. We'll let y'all know. Just stay tuned, and we thank y'all for joining in. Remember, it's never nothing personal, just straight biz. Me and my guys, we'll see you next time on
Tell It Like It Is.
Yeah. There you go. What happened to you, Mike?
Draft coming. The draft is coming. The draft is coming.
Yes, sir.
Special draft.
Almost got my
bring your exhaust bag and plenty medication.
Ready.
And a whole lot of damn liquor.
Bring it. I want each of us to have our first round mock draft for everybody and our mock draft for the Saints. You got me? 2 mock drafts. First round and mock draft for the Saints.
Okay.
All right. I think I can do that. I could definitely do the Saints.
We're going to come on early Thursday because the first round is Thursday.
Yep.
Oh.
So we're going to do our little show, our little mock draft early, and we're going to watch the draft, bro.
Okay. Well, I got to get ready and get up out of here because I got to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hey, you have an air horn on that thing? You got an air horn or you got the beep beep?
It's right here. And you're going to make me wake up everybody. I hear this lot. remember, it's 10 o'clock over here, bro.
Man, you remember when you was a little boy, bro? You be out the window.
And I go.
Yeah, for every truck?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, that was fun. CBs.
Yep.
We used to build a CB.
Yeah, I used to have a CB, but some of the damn messages you hear on now.
Yeah, they just went out of business.
Yeah, you make them want to pull up on somebody's ass. No, they talk all that hot shit on there, and you want to pull up on because I did that before. You know, one guy, you know, that had that damn Confederate flag with him, popping all that hot shit. And let's just say this: I was going right behind him. I got time today, so I'm gonna just follow right on up behind him since he was popping all that hot shit on that CB, and I want to see what's cracking with your partner. And you're like, oh, yeah, it gets real, partner, yeah. But yeah. That's why I say to avoid all that, so I won't go out of route and possibly lose my damn focus of me trying to do my job instead of chasing out the people that be all hot with the lips on them damn CBs. It's best I don't have one. It's best I don't have one.
Loose lips sink ships. Remember?
So,
all right, y'all. We'll see y'all Sunday. Y'all
everybody
have
a great day.
All right.
I'll see y'all, man.
Peace out.